Good evening. You're still watching Sunday Express. Now, a section of women and girl rights champions is raising concern over the increased cases of sexual gender-based violence in the country and across the African continent at large, despite having laws that protect victims. During the Nala Feminist and Nalafem Collective's second and Pan-African Summit in Nairobi, where discussions focused on justice, trust and accountability, it was established that governments need to work towards promoting innovation that will allow victims of sexual violence to access justice with ease.
Women and girls' rights advocates are calling for a collective approach to ensure that no sexual gender-based violence case goes unpunished.
We recorded so many cases, yet we don't see proactive response from the governing authority to actually stem this. And the way to stem it is to increase protection, but also give the right education to young boys and girls.
Sexual and gender-based violence rids you of human dignity and the very autonomy of existing as a complete human being. And although other priorities are important, it is important to bring it back to the top of our agenda because the work is not done. We are continuing to look at the data and to see violations, and these violations need to be addressed.
Second Pan-African Summit in Nairobi, Kenya was lauded for establishing sexual gender-based violence courts, which are expected to deliver trauma-informed justice for victims.
Sexual violence cases are very peculiar, that the longer you take to address the victim, the more you find that the disinterest, the pressure for them to withdraw from cases, families are pressurizing victims not to go forward. So it's very important that we see the quick delivery of justice, because this is a very specific violation.
Stakeholders also raised concern over the safety of women in digital spaces.
Access to justice is something that needs to be considered holistically as a people-centered issue, so that we are supporting the parameters that have been put in place by actors and various agencies, that we are all drawing our resources and our focus in the pipeline or justice chain, that we are holding and uplifting institutions that are trying to do to seal the loopholes that we see.
Nalafem Collective is a multi-generational platform of women politicians and activists which champions for the rights of African women and girls. It advocates for 10 demands, 3 of which addresses ending sexual gender-based violence and ensuring survivors have unrestricted access to justice. Beatrice Getronyengetich, Sunday Express.